My dear old dad used to say to me, there's only two certain things in life, death and taxes, but I'm afraid he was wrong. Death, taxes and potholes it is now. They're everywhere at the moment, so let me explain hopefully how you can survive them. I'm going to go straight into it, not going to waffle, I'm going to go straight into it. Number one, drop back from the vehicle in front to give yourself a chance of seeing them so you can steer or swerve around them. Avoiding them means it's good for you, and of course you are not making them any worse, so it's good for drivers behind you. Number two, numero deux. Move to the right of the centre line. By default, most potholes will be where wheels run, so move off the centre line, possibly to the right. I suggest not left, as this is where most of the puncturing nails, screws and windscreen shattering road stones will hide, ready to be flicked up by your wheels. Number three, under trois. Asphalt is made up of stone, sand or gravel and bound together by bitumen. As a pothole grows, these stones are dislodged and can often be seen alongside a pothole. A great indicator, but only if you're observant. You've got to be looking for them. If you don't see them, you're not going to know the potholes there. It's these stones that go on to crack our windscreens and never appear to be swept up by the authorities. Number four, cat. No, not that kind of cat. Regular journeys. Most people drive the same routes regularly, maybe on their commute. So learn and remember where they are. It's sad we have to do this, but we do. Number five, install a dash cam for evidence gathering in the event of a claim. Ensure it's working properly and focused on the road ahead at all times. I've seen some in cars where they've been angled up to the sky, pointless. Make sure the sound is being recorded too, because in this clip of a pothole that did £5,000 worth of damage to my car, that's going to be another video soon, 3 months ago. I'm still fighting TFL for it, and I'll keep you posted on the progress on that. Number six, I've got 5 fingers, so 5 fingers plus 1 is 6. Tyre pressures. Tyres naturally lose pressure over time, and a tyre low on pressure will more easily get a pothole pinch puncture to the wall of the tyre, so ensure they are all at the correct tyre pressures. This is good practice anyway. There should be a sticker somewhere on a door opening or a fuel filler cap with them on, or maybe your car has an app that will tell you. If not, Google them for your vehicle. Number 7, 5 and 2 is 7. Use the free Waze navigation app, as potholes get reported on there and you get alerted. Wouldn't it be nice if the authorities bought that pothole location data so they can be more efficient at bodging them, just like they sell our vehicle registration details to private parking companies? Number 8, which is 4 and 4 again. Consider leaning left to see past the A post when going around roundabouts. I know this might look a bit stupid, but it does actually work. There are very often potholes on roundabouts, and hitting a pothole while turning is more damaging to suspension and tracking parts. Remember, bad wheel alignment will wear tyres faster, use more fuel and compromise braking, etc. Number 9, I ain't got enough fingers for number 9. Well, I have, but I'm not going to do it. If you do have to drive through a pothole, do it slowly, carefully, and with your steering as straight as possible. Slow down and don't worry about Billy Bellend on your bumper. Let him barrel through the craters in your wake. Number 10, that's easy. 2 lots of 5. Don't be distracted by mobile, radio or conversations. Concentrate and observe fully at all times, but also don't neglect the other hazards on the road, which unfortunately when you're looking out for potholes it does. Number 11, don't drive at night. And number 12, don't drive when it's raining, especially at night. So next note is explain how potholes are made. Misconception is they're caused by ice. It can be, of course, but it's mainly water and the hydraulic pressure of a tyre hitting it that forces out the roadstone. So imagine you've got a hole full of water, a tyre hits it, and all that water pressure just blows all the little stones out and onto the surface of the road. Don't just moan on social media. Actively report them on the council website and claim. The authorities love us venting our anger on social media and leaving them alone. Social media is awash with pothole posts and funny memes. We are British. It's what we do best. But robustly and diligently seek compensation for damages. You don't need photos, as the council insist. Turn the old health and safety laws on them and tell them standing in the road with your phone camera is downright dangerous, which of course it is. Street lighting is now being switched off to tackle the climate crisis. What about the pothole crisis? The authorities will never call that a crisis, as they are the only ones to blame for potholes. They can't guilt trip us on that one. However, we are getting more and more climate changing traffic lights on wide open roundabouts. Have you noticed that? Funny that. More motorway speed reductions and bodge repair potholes, so be extra vigilant. It really does seem they don't want us using our cars, does it? With talks now of 10-mile-an-hour zones, now that we've all got used to finally the 20-mile-an-hour zones. Potholes will never properly be repaired, because why spend money on potholes when they can make money from all that lovely VAT from car parts and repairs, which of course goes straight to the government so they can keep the hotels nice and warm. I've actually touched on this in a previous video, so you might want to go and see that. In summary, look, observe, and above all concentrate. Make sure you have at least one warning triangle, a high-vis vest for all vehicle occupants, a torch and a fully charged mobile phone just in case you find yourself stranded by the roadside. If you are lucky enough to have a spare wheel, make sure you know how to change it and you have a working jack, wheel brace and pump, etc., or a valid roadside breakdown or recovery policy. Every minute you are stopped on a road, the more vulnerable you are. If you can think of anything else you might need in an emergency, please add it in the comments below. Stay safe out there, and please share this video with anyone you know who drives. You might just save them a lot of money and grief. And finally, an idiot comment from one of my previous pothole videos containing the earlier clip. He said, "Why should taxpayers pay for your bad driving?" I asked him if he's ever driven at night on a water-filled potholed road, and surprisingly he never replied. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. Please share it with everybody you know who drives, because as I say, it might just save some money and some grief, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.